is just fantastic. Captain's log, subdate 220303.5. I've got to get Crumble to update our engines to more environmentally unfriendly levels, mostly because I really want to see just how much PETA and Greenpeace care when the fish get third eyes, or suffer from a full-blown case of deadness. Welcome everyone to the exhibition of stupid people. I'm going to apologise now. This is not as long as the last few. I have a headache, alright. So to start, I have a public service announcement. We all like our caffeine. I obviously cannot take it anymore due to caffeine sensitivity that is entirely my fault. But as we build up a tolerance to it, we need more of it. Some of us love our tea, some of us love our coffee, and some of us love our energy drinks. Others, Pro Plus. With that though, there is a recommendation, a medical one. You should not ingest more than a certain amount because you don't want to cause any issues with your heart. For this we now insert Thomas Mansfield. Now I'm not going to rail on him, this was a complete accident and he is no longer with us. But consider it a warning to all of you who do this. Thomas had ordered a 100-gram packet of caffeine powder to make supplement drinks at home. Using the packet, Thomas Mansfield accidentally made a mixture that contained 7 times the recommended dose before he decided to drink it. In a post-mortem, it was discovered he had 392 milligrams of caffeine per litre of blood, which is equivalent to 200 cups of coffee. Death can be caused by levels of 78 milligrams per litre of blood, so this is exponentially higher. How the accident occurred was when the recommended serving was 60 to 300 milligrams, Thomas inadvertently had started the weight scale at grams. So if you are somebody that uses these supplements, please ensure that your scales that you use to measure this powder is correct. Because that's a lot of caffeine. Perhaps just stick to drinking coffee. So next, we're going to go to New York City. There's been a bit of a spike in crime on the New York City underground, and one of the more noteworthy that has cropped up I saw via Twitter, via Jason Curtis Anderson, who tweeted, "What shall we blame today? Root causes or white supremacy?" What had happened was, a gentleman, an African American, smeared human feces on a woman's face in an unprovoked rush hour attack inside a Bronx subway station. There's a video of this, I'm not going to show it. In the video though, the 43-year-old victim was just sat there. She was doing nothing, she didn't say anything. As the gentleman walked by with this plastic bag in his hand, he then just smashed the bag into her face and smeared it all over her head before leaving. At present, there is no update as to whether or not this man has been caught, and I hope he is caught. The mayor of New York City did say, "The human waste or someone spitting in your face, those are the real signs of mental health issues, and we must really dig into how we're dealing with these mental health issues." Which is a very strange thing to focus on. He has a point. It does indicate mental health issues. I think it also tells us the man, dropped a deuce while in the train, put it in a bag and couldn't get rid of it. And because he saw someone, he thought, YOLO swag fam, let's go. While the mental health issue is there, I think you need to focus on the more pressing issue. Catching the filthy shitter. I can fully understand and appreciate that from time to time, many of us have been caught short. Hell, you've even been so kind as to do it in a bag, so it wasn't just left on the train. Fantastic. But then you decided rather than find a suitable place to put it afterwards, perhaps a bin, inside a bin, inside a bin, inside a bin, you decided, no, I can get rid of this by going up to somebody and smearing it on their face and in their hair, and then walking away. And then because you might need to use it again, taking the bag with you. I guess you're going to do some shopping now, are you? Fingers crossed he gets arrested, and fingers crossed his punishment is cleaning up pig poop with his hands. So next, I saw this topic while I was streaming, and it did make me chuckle just a little bit. Mum with UK's biggest eyebrows faces trolls who threaten to call social services. This is the mother in question. Her name is Sammy Jo Haleford. She's been branded an unfit mother because of the eyebrows. Now, I'm just gonna look at them for a second. Just take it all in, everyone. I can't be the only one that thinks that is part of a clown makeup done all right. Question though, why? Are you perhaps considering a career change and joining the mega stars insane clown posse. When questioned about this, Sammy Joe said, "People have said I shouldn't be a mum, and they are going to ring social services because of my eyebrows. It gets really extreme on the internet. They can call social services because I have nothing to hide. My eyebrows won't determine whether I'm a good mother or not." Also saying, "I'm not a fan of beauty standards today. I feel like people are socially conditioned to only be beautiful if they are part of these standards, and I just don't agree with it, and I don't like it. I just like to make a statement, and the brows do that for me. They started off normal size and they just got bigger over time, and I just look different. It would be cool if they were Britain's biggest eyebrows. I've now created a hashtag called Bigger the Brow, Bigger the Boy, because it's true, and that's what I say to my friends." Okay, few things. Firstly, they're not eyebrows. Eyebrows have hair. That is face paint. Weak tea bandana. And while you don't want to be socially conditioned and totally be yourself, you are nothing more than a contrarian hipster. Congratulations. And I know that might sound like a contradiction to be a contrarian and a hipster, but because you don't want to be pigeonholed as a hipster, you've got to be contrarian about it. Which is where most people would surely then go, "Wow!" But no, instead they want to get one of those face scrubs and see what they can do to repair your face with it. Or your forehead. Maybe that's why they're so big, because if you rub those off, people will then notice your forehead is as big as the rest of your face. Was that harsh? I didn't mean it to be harsh, but I do notice distractions. Okay? I don't think there's a version of this video where I can't talk about what is currently going on in Ukraine right now, where the war criminal and utter delusionist, is that the word? Let's go with megalomaniac, Vladimir Putin is attacking the Ukraine under the guise of a number of things, one being Nazis with a Jewish president, another being borders and land that belonged to the USSR reinstating Russia to its former glory. Many troops who have attacked believed they'd be warmly welcomed by the people of Ukraine. Well, that's not the case, and things are getting really heated. So it wouldn't surprise any of you if I found a number of articles or incidents that are quite frankly laughable. Let's go to the Daily Mail first. Putin throws more troops and tanks at Kyiv. Satellite images show 3-mile-long convoy heading towards capital after failing to take the city, and its mayor Klitschko warns we are at the border of a humanitarian catastrophe. Accompanied in that picture is a picture of Klitschko. The mayor of Kyiv is Vitaly Klitschko, legendary 3-time world heavyweight boxer. That picture is his brother, Vladimir, who is also a heavyweight boxer. Both are absolute giants and both have stayed to fight for their country. While I was trying to archive it, the Daily Mail had in fact managed to update it, but I did manage to get this screen cap of the wrong Klitschko in the picture. Thought I'd put it on blast for a moment because it tickled me to no end. So next in the list of Ukraine doofuses, we go to Chelsea Football Club, who have recently been put up for sale by their Russian owner Roman Abramovich, who is desperately trying to sell off assets before he loses his assets. Financial sanctions on oligarchs has been pretty severe. The Russian economy is tanking, so we'll see how long this bravery lasts, because even if they manage to take Ukraine, their country is utterly fecked on the international and financial scale, unless China and Pakistan bail them out, and we know Pakistan is attempting to. Good luck with that. So Chelsea, they released before they were put up for sale a statement on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The statement is 24 words, and simply says, "The situation in Ukraine is horrific and devastating. Chelsea Football Club's thoughts are with everyone in Ukraine. Everyone at the club is praying for peace." I'm starting to understand why people flayed you for this. Your owner is a Russian oligarch that is attempting to use an American bank to sell you. The very same oligarch who for years bought his trophies. He claimed to love the club, but if he didn't win the Champions League, he'd get rid of the manager quicker than you could snap a finger. This man was purely about selfish, throwing money at everything until it sticks mentality. He owns vast sums of property in the UK worth hundreds of millions. Now billions if you include Chelsea. The UK government is going to extreme lengths to root out the problems with oligarchs owning property and having financial access to markets in this country and on the world stage. The attempt to cripple Putin financially is yielding rather interesting results. Not as fast as anyone would have hoped, but it is achieving something. But we're not done just yet. There is one more. Let's go to Italy. The Italian Prime Minister, when the EU was, sanctioning Russia, decided that there needed to be an exemption for the people of Italia, and that exemption was for luxury goods. So Mario Draghi was accused of prioritizing posh shoes over punishing Putin, which understandably led to many believing that EU nations have utterly disgraced themselves in dealing with this. Although I will give Germany credit here. Their Chancellor Scholz pledged 2% of GDP to creating a German army. About damn time. Let's not forget here, Boris Johnson at the G7 pressed for the case for suspending Russia from SWIFT, but the EU cocked that one up, didn't they? And the G7 didn't do any better because while they did remove Russian banks from it, they spared energy, got them priorities right. Gotta keep that oil and gas coming in. So finally we come to Amaranth, who has taken her business endeavours, her philanthropy to whole new levels. And I'll give her credit, this is again a very clever move, because not only is it incredibly limited, but also, if it all sells out, she's making 6 figures, which is a rather tidy sum of money to go in with the many millions she makes a month from various different endeavours. Fantastic, quite frankly. The idea reminds me an awful lot of Stephanie Mato, who we've spoken on this channel about 3 times through the EOSP series. Stephanie was selling farts in a jar, and then adding a few extra little bits inside to make it a unique, limited scent. She's now doing NFTs and YouTube. Amaranth has started Cutie Patooties. I started new business. Have you ever wanted to smell your favorite streamer or own their hot tub water? In physical form, not an NFT. Accompanying that is a website link. The Patootie scent jar sells for just under $1,000, and there are up to 1,000 of them in existence. The hot tub water is $99.99, and that is limited to 3,000, each one being signed and hand numbered. That idea I'm pretty sure came from Belle Delphine, who may well have got it from somebody else, but I don't actually know the origins of these stories as well as I'd like to think I do. I don't know why this is necessarily stupid, but I do think it's interesting enough to talk about people's philanthropy, especially when you consider mine by comparison. It is non-existent, because thanks to EU rules and international postage, I can't put things on Etsy. Things I was 3D printing, like Judge Moist badges. No lie, postage is insane. Anyway, sadly, we have reached the end of this video. There are more topics, and I might well be able to make them on Sunday as a follow-up. So to finish, if you did like the video, please smash the like and share it, and leave a comment. Today's comment of the day, toot. If I don't see you on Twitch later for fishing, have a great day and thank you very much for listening.